What's going on, everybody? We are back. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse, and we're picking it up again. Still playing green-white. Just gonna push this thing, at least for another day, since we're still winning with it. Made another couple small tweaks. I added the fourth Wildgrowth Walker back in, just because we keep losing to red, and it just feels unjustifiable with this deck. So we shaved one Militia Bugler to make that change. And then we cut the Carnage Tyrant and a Vivien Reid, and we're going to try out two Immortal Suns to give us a little bit of extra action against slower decks, and a little bit of diversity too. I know it's a little weird keeping one Vivien in with the Immortal Suns, but just going to try it. I like the +1/+1 of Immortal Sun. I think it'll help us close games faster. Vivien doesn't get us some of our other bombs, like most notably March of the Multitudes. So I almost feel like the raw cards from Immortal Sun might be better. On the play, this is rough. Like, this is such a hand I want to keep if this was a untapped land, but I think we're going to have to mulligan this. Very similar, actually, so we can keep. And I think with Elves... Let's see, with Elves, can we keep Tristani? Probably not. I don't think we can afford to just draw a blank here on a mulligan. As tempting as it is, and of course we're playing red deck. Oh, it's really a surprising amount of red deck that we've been playing. And we've almost always been on the draw or on the play mulliganing against it. So it's been making winning, even with Wildgrowth Walker. A lot of the games go like this. Alright, let's hope they're out of lightning bolts. And let's hope we draw a green source. No, just in the hard cast Wizard's Lightning here. Wow, we would have gotten there. Alright, we'll take the creature. And I guess we'll just grind our way towards a March or an Immortal Sun. We're at 20. This card's very hard for us to beat. So we're graveyarding that from here. So next turn we might be able to march for 3. I don't know how good that's going to be. Oh, they're playing like a bigger red version? No, they're just playing a red version of Steam with the Field of Ruin. Interesting. Alright, now we might be able to Immortal Sun. Or March of the Multitudes. Because actually marching into Immortal Sun is going to be pretty good. But now I still feel even at this point that it's close. This is tough. We'll definitely block a Steamkin if they attack with it. We'll double block the Chain Whirler if they attack with it. One, two, three. Oh, I can actually do it for 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Conclave Tribunal is a pretty good one. Oh, that's right, I get to do it like this, huh? Alright, so they get rid of one of our sources of card advantage, but we still have the Immortal Sun going. These don't stack. I guess the question is, do we just like gain the 8 here? I don't think it's worth it. We'll just wait till we find another Conclave Tribunal or a Tristani, and this Thorn Lieutenant can start attacking next turn with the pumps. They kind of can't attack with the Phoenix because we do too much on the backswing. So I think we're in an okay spot here drawing 2 a turn. Yeah, I guess we can't even really swing with the Lieutenant though. Just because the way this Phoenix is just gets to eat something every time. Alright, give us 2. Alright, well now we can start attacking with like 2 Thorn Lieutenants. Though we can't activate both of them. If we draw any way to remove the Rekindling Phoenix, we'll be happy. Path of Discovery is pretty good. Makes subsequent draws a lot better, helps us dig through our deck faster. If we find our last Wildgrowth Walker, it triggers immediately. No, at this point we're not worried about that. Maybe at some point, given that their deck does seem slower, we have to worry about Banefire. And I'm actually, it's that point now. Are they just going to hit us with Banefire here? And we're going to lose this game that we can't possibly lose? Because they have a main deck Banefire. They actually have a main deck Banefire. Oh my god. That's such a bummer. Just cannot buy a win against red deck these days. Doesn't matter how many Wildgrowth Walkers I play. I'm beating everything else and I'm just losing to red like every single time. I really did not think we need to play around it because I haven't seen one of those in so long. But we could have played around it by trying just to gain life with the tokens. It just seems so unnecessary. We'd be throwing away almost all the tokens just to gain 8 life. I mean, honestly, it just seemed like we'd be coming close to forfeiting the game by doing it. Alright, no reason to delay the Bugler here. Let's go digging for Tristani. Thorn Lieutenant will have to do. Depending on what we draw, we'll decide on playing Path versus the Thorn Lieutenant. I'm kind of leaning towards Path with the Wildgrowth Walker in play, but yeah, now we're gonna play Path. they're almost, I don't know, I guess they're almost a lock to have Tribunal here, because that's how these games almost always play out, but we'll see. I think if they're on no Tribunal, we're in a really good place. And maybe they just go Elephant here. Big Elephant turn. Yeah. This is actually far more preferable to a Tribunal. I guess the question is, how do we want to play this out? So we can march for 4, make a bunch of potentially 2/2s, gain a ton of life, do some blocking. Okay, Tristani complicates things a little bit. So, we take 5, 10, 22, 25, but we're going to gain 12, so we go to 29. I think we're okay with that. We block here. Let's make one more block. Let's block 6. Alright, have one of those. Looking for our own Tristani. They actually have like a second main phase conclave here. Or another elephant. Okay. I think we have to wait a turn on the Immortal Sun then. I'm gonna take a hard look at just tribunaling the Tristani this turn. Takes a lot of power off the board. We're back at 22. The next turn we can go Immortal Sun and play the Merfolk Branchwalker for 1. And then they need to just run a lot of Conclave Tribunals. This shuts down a Johnny for them. Yeah, let's take that. Kind of in a weird spot though, because they can just fog us. Oh, no. They decided not to play it out. Alright, let's see it. We're on the draw again. Our opponent mulligan, we're going to keep. He kept on top of that red deck. Oh, okay. There's some variation that I'm not familiar with then. Alright, let's play this one to find some land. And I guess we're going to try to wait until later to play the Wildgrowth Walker. Maybe when the coast is more clear. So they shock it in response here. Right, so they just build. We're probably better suited to beat this, I want to think. With the Conclave Tribunals actually being like pretty good here to remove the electrostatic fields and the gutter snipes. Again, 2. We more or less know their deck is all burn. They're stuck on land. I have to assume their hand is still all burn. If we can just find our 4th land, I think we'll be okay. Save ourselves the damage here. Oh, come on. They're giving us like a free one here, and then they're just denying us 3 lands and 17 cards. Every turn we wait, it just gets worse and worse. Hold this to block. Alright. Maybe now finally we can gain some life and this thing will get out of burn range, especially if they tap down on their turn. Alright, so if we hit land here, we're set. As long as they don't have Wizard's Lightning. Alright, we missed. But at least we get to grow this to 3/5. So it's kind of out of burn range. Alright, we know we're going to gain a bunch next turn. So I feel okay taking the 4. Yeah, alright. This should be it. Thankfully they're on a slow enough list that even though we were stuck on lands for so long, we're going to get out of it. Alright, not interested in giving them the cards. Yeah. I think they see the writing on the wall there. Rio, someone that we've been playing since Plat. I'm gonna try to keep this one. I forget what deck they're usually on, but I think they're on like usually control decks. Yep. And there we see it. No white source, so I'll ditch that for now. And I wonder if we just get Clarion here. Yeah. And we find the white source. Alright, well this is not looking good now for this. This hand did not work out against this opponent. We need some serious top decks. We need them to not have counter magic. Oh, they're playing this thing. They're playing Thousand Year Storm. They must be tilting. No. Please don't just draw a straight land. Should I have tapped one of these? Are they actually going to spell pierce me here? No, I actually have this mana, so. Or maybe they're just thinking they have Niv Mizzet next turn, so letting this go doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh no. I think we're not going to pay. They're just going to keep digging. This This plays into a second Immortal Sun, but... Or sorry, a second Deafening Clarion. Yeah, we don't want to be in the situation where we're actually like ahead of them on lands or matching them on land drops. It's quite bad for us. Yeah, and they've got Niv-Mizzet counter. No, this is lethal next turn. And if they target this, we get 1/1s. If we have another creature here, though, we're kind of in a bad spot. Oh. They have some of the wreckage. No, they have another creature. This is super unfortunate just because we drew so spell light, we drew so land heavy. I think we probably could have actually beaten this type of deck fairly easily in a lot of situations. This is not one of them. Just because we're so threat light, and we gave them time just to sit and play their pirates pillages. Yeah, all right, we'll scoop here. We're dead on the backswing. That's a super unfortunate one. This just might be how it's going to be, trying to move up from here to Mythic. Like very back and forth. Alright, like this hand a lot. This is one of the faster draws that we can potentially have. Anything with an elf. Definitely seen variations, and I've thought of variations where we can put in like the Druid of the Cowl, but I'm not sold on it. Just worried it might be too slow overall. Alright, so let's take that, because then next turn we can play Elf and that into Tristani. And we know that we want to match them going wide, so yeah, we can keep that. Yeah, so we're definitely the control deck here. No need to push damage at this point. We have just Donnie and March, like things that are going to be very hard for them to deal with. We have a lot of choices this turn. So we're thinking about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is almost certainly going to fly next turn. So we play the Vivien and we minus it. It's just going to get eaten by this guy, March Aspirant. So I think we're just going to play Trostani. And then look to do a big march on them the next turn. And I think we even swing here. We could Tribunal us, but the tokens still stay, the march is still huge, and now that they took 9 and took a chunk, we can kind of go around their board, especially if they make a big swing. Yep, so here's Tribunal. This also sets us up for Vivien Reid, minus the Tribunal, get back Trostani, get 2 more tokens, so this is not amazing for them. Another reason to hold Vivien there. And they have to more or less see it coming, as this was on the top of our deck. We're trading Vivien to get back the Trostani, which I think is a fine trade. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they see it's a good trade too. Let's try to get up a couple more wins in the time that we have here. I'm gonna play with an elf. I always like our chances. Alright, so let's hope that Path of Discovery is really good in the mirror here. I'm guessing it's going to be. Even if they answer the Wildgrowth Walker here. Wow, they're pushing that? So they must have another one in hand. Because that answers Path for them. Let's find some good stuff here. Like an Immortal Sun. Just fill our hand with more lands. Conclave Tribunal counts. Good removal. So even if they do go like Vivien here, we'll just Tribunal it. We really ideally want to Tribunal down the Midnight Reaper to prevent them from drawing. We don't have to block since we're at a high life total. Yeah. So they get rid of the Path. It's more or less mandatory. now we can go. Tribunal the Reaper. Get the Vivien off the board. They know about this Temple Garden, so we can go and play. And whatever their next big play is, we'll just Tribunal it again and get in a swing. That one turn off a path was enough. As weird of a card as it is, I'm pretty sold on it as like 2. Okay. So this actually pumps to live. I think they have to take it. We're just gonna put them in a weird spot where they can't really swing back. Oh, they're gonna not take it? Yeah. And now they're gonna have to start doing things like chumping away their Llanowar Elves. If we ever draw anything that grows this more, it just needs 1 click to get out of range of the Carnage Tyrant as well. Alright. Game is on now. They wrapped away 2 of their mana sources, though. They don't know about this Tribunal or this Plains. That's crazy. What a draw. That hurts. This is almost lethal. It's only 4. I think we still do it though, because we have top decks to make it lethal. I cannot believe they had finality into Chupacabra. This keeps it from being lethal. Ugh, so much for our free win. Again, we just kind of flooded out. Oh wow. So we still have draws, Immortal Sun, Tristani. Do we have enough to Bugler into Tristani? We do. So Tristani gets us there if we draw it. Alright, total brick. Do any of these help? This is super sad. Three, 6, 7, 8. I mean, you can see just the disparity in land, too. Their hand's been all gas. 3, 6. So if we go like this. I think we actually survive at 1 here. Yeah. But what's that get us? Oh, alright. What a brutal loss. The top of their deck was just so good to them. They had their 3rd Vivien Reid to unlock their Chupacabra again to prevent lethal. Yeah, this one's been super back and forth this morning. And the games have been slower too. Three and 3. The average game taking around 7 minutes, just really slow. We're playing the same person again, so we know they're green-black. This hand's pretty good against green-black, I think. This is what we were missing, like, all game. Oh no, playing against the person we played two games ago. Yeah, on the draw, this is going to be harder. But I think this hand still rates to be good against them. It just depends on if they have Tribunal this turn. They do. We can delay this a turn. It's going to be worth it to get the life gain, probably. It blocks the bodyguard. And if they want to burn all their tribunals, taking these out, then they won't have anything for Tristani. We have one of those already. Alright. I'm pretty sure we win this game if we can make the bigger board. Get Tristani down. Next turn maybe we can go like Knight and Jadelight. If we draw land. I'm pretty sure if we just get a second Wildgrowth Walker going, they'll not want to keep playing the game. Jeez, third locks it on though. Still not super concerned because of our life gain and how much we're going to grow our board potentially here. March for 3. See how they swing. for 12. That's fine. Okay. They've just found every elephant in their deck. We can gain 9 back here. And if we find one land, even more on their turn. Alright, we'll keep this, fine. So we'll knight and then they'll scoop, yeah. Alright, let's try to end on a high note. Let's get, because right now I think we're +1, so let's try to get to +2. We'll make this the last one of the morning. And then we'll probably be able to stream a little bit tonight. Because I know that Akari is going to be on a phone call late. Oh, nice. Immortal Sun's been okay. We've only played like hyper aggressive matchups minus the one control deck where we just flooded the control deck. Let's actually lead off with Thorn Lieutenant. Makes like lava coil and stuff worse. And I think it's worth it to play around Syncopate here. We don't mind shocking ourselves. So let's hope between Tribunal and Immortal Sun that we can make life tough for them. So you're just gonna hold. We don't want to play into a overplay into a Wrath here. We've chipped them down to 9. This is unfortunate because we can't really punish this. I think we're actually gonna do this for 1. As lame as this is now, this helps us kill this through Seal Away potentially. If we could draw a land, which we can't. Oh. Alright, this is a little tiresome of not drawing lands. We're not in a terrible position, because they do kind of have to keep tapping out. Land on top. Okay, so I think we're just gonna gun it. gets negated, so it's a negate they don't have from March and Immortal Sun. Right. If they want to trade here, they still take 3, or they can block 3 and take 4. It's fine by us. So this could mean they have a Wrath if they're trading, which then means if we can draw land, and they don't have a second negate, Immortal Sun will be really good. We also unlocked our Arch, so we're kind of back in it. Oh, we got there. Looks like they bricked. Or maybe they are auto-tap or tapped out and all their white, weirdly. They don't have seal away. Alright, so now's a good time to take another look at the deck, where we're at overall with Green-White Explorer. And I don't think this is going to import the data that we had from when we were playing it under a different name. Oh, it looks like it did, actually. So where does it show the overall win-loss here? It weirdly doesn't. So we have 6, 13, 22, and it hasn't caught up for today. So I think we went 5 and 3 today. So 6, 13, 22 plus 5 is 27. So 27 wins. 9, 14. So 27 and 7. Or sorry, 27 and 17. 27 and 17. Pretty good. I mean, that's like still in a 60-ish%. I think, right? Let's take a quick look. It's going to be close to 61.3%. So we're still clipping at over a 60% win rate. And I think, you know, a lot of these losses have been really, really heartbreaking, close losses, like to things like red deck. Like we're overall 9 and 7 against mono red, and I think we should be a lot better than that. So yeah, I don't know. I think we'll probably stream more of this tonight. Maybe we go back down to 1 Immortal Sun and put in another Bugler. Maybe we just want to keep the top end lighter and keep the low end more robust. I can try something like that tonight and leave it at that. But alright, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. We are 3 clicks into Diamond 2. So yeah, we definitely netted +2 today, which is not bad. I mean, not great, but still, we're at the very, very end stages of this climb, so not disappointed with that result. And yeah, stay tuned for potentially streaming tonight. If you're enjoying the videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Share them with your friends. Help us grow the channel. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the stream tonight. Later.